Welcome to the Hong Kong Disneyland Hotel. This is important for me because this is my last Disney hotel at any of the Disney resorts around the world. This is my last one for the parks. I still have Alani and I still have Hilton Head. But otherwise, I've stayed at all the other Disney hotels in the world. But no more park ones. So the two off the beaten path remain. Nonetheless, I booked a lower category of room, but they upgraded me to what they call a deluxe room with a balcony. So this is going to be a little nicer than what I would have had otherwise. I'm going to get semi-nostalgic and emotional through this because there are two other hotels of significance that are very similar here. So number one, a little bit about me. When I was a kid, my cousin is 5 years older than me, and he's an only child also, and they really had no one to travel with, and so we got taken along with them. And they, what's the best way to put this? They're in a tax bracket where they like to stay at the Grand Floridian. And so we were lucky enough to get to stay at the Grand Floridian a lot in its earlier days. There are a lot of similarities to the Grand Floridian here, and especially to original Grand Floridian. Now, beyond that, the original Grand Floridian has a lot of similarities to another hotel of importance in the world, which was the Disneyland Hotel in Paris, the original. There is a lot of furniture and such that was from that hotel, which obviously now that is gone. But that's a vestige, again, of the Disney of my childhood, 90s Disney, which I got to stay there before the remodel, and it really was like getting in a time machine and going back to what 90s Disney hotels were like. So some of you may comment who only know the Disney of the last several years that you think the room looks kind of old, kind of dated, maybe kind of cheesy. I understand that. I'm going to be excited because it's going to speak to me. So we're going to get started right off the entry. We're going to go into the bathroom. I did a whole 2 minutes of exposition. Hello, everybody. It's a nice, sizable bathroom. The toilet over here behind this little sort of dividing wall here. There's a ledge up there. We got towels back here. We got some art, which some of this looks so familiar to me, so it might be old Grand Floridian stuff, but there's wallpaper. You can see like there's some signs of age here, right? So we are probably closing in on the hard goods remodel of these rooms. It's probably coming. The hotel's going to turn 20 next year, and I'm sure they've done a soft goods at some point, but it's probably almost time. So we're going to lose this to time soon too. So I'm glad I'm here to document it with all of you. This is a very famous Paris Disneyland Hotel thing. This is the Seven Dwarfs mirror. This was a very famous facet of those rooms. So there's snow up there, and then all of the dwarfs are going to be surrounding the frame. It's a beautiful frame. And what I mean is if you look at it from far away, you don't even know. It doesn't even look like it's the Disney thing. They just look like part of a fancy design on a mirror. And then when you get close, there's the Disney details, right? We have some cups to use. We have toiletries, which I love that they're the Seven Dwarfs. It's 5 of them. My theory is there is a law in Hong Kong where the shampoos and shower gels and all of those things can no longer be given to guests. They have to be, in these reusable things. So I'm assuming because of that law, we're missing 2 dwarfs, which I'm sure on the secondary market, I'm never going to find 2 missing toiletries from the Disneyland Hotel in Hong Kong. But at least I'll have those 5. I will take them home with me. I love this for the tissues. They're sneezy. It's so good. There's a little stool for the kids to reach. There is kind of a cubby down there. Standard outlet for here. shaver, we have a makeup mirror, and then we have the shower, which all this nice marble in here. So what's interesting is this opened in 2005, and they decided the big departure they took from the Grand Floridian was the marble, also like the marble floor out in the lobby. So this is a bit of a departure. That marble floor in the lobby here eventually inspired them about 4 or 5 years after to go redo the lobby at the Grand Floridian, and they used some of that art again. There's the tub, nice big tub. And then the shower curtain matches that design too. See, this is why, you know, it's good to know your Disney history, right? There's a lot of story here, a lot of shared history between all these places. So I know people on the channel sometimes get annoyed when we talk about not Walt Disney World and not Disneyland, but it's all an important part of the story. They're all built, designed, created by the same company and the same people, and the, you know, effects are felt around the world when something happens at one of these international resorts. This is a real big closet. There's a lot of shelves. There's some space to hang stuff. Robes, and then slippers we get to take home. They're just Mickey's on them. They're nothing crazy, but a nice gesture nonetheless. There's some sort of like celebration decor package in 2 spots in this room that's either left behind or just a thing they put in rooms here. So I have this Let's Celebrate. This will come off if you really need it to come off. It's a window cling. Nice full-length mirror here. Coffee station. This is actually the small version of what we have at the office at WWNT Celebration. I have the big boy because I think I had it at the boardwalk in a suite, and I liked the machine so much that I bought the big one for work. So it's a great machine. We have 2 big free bottles of water that we can partake in. We have a kettle. We have china. I'm kind of disappointed. Another famous Disneyland Paris or Disneyland Hotel Paris thing was they had all original china. This is not Disney in any way. It's nice, but it's not. But you can tell, like, they're like, order something that looked like what we had in Paris. Down here we have safe mini fridge. There's some plastic cups you can use if you'd like, Mickey and Minnie. They're not hotel branded. There's some ceramic mugs. We have tea and coffee supplies. Oh, Hong Kong Disneyland sugar. I'm gonna be taking that because I'm crazy. I don't know if it was the Paris Hotel or the Grand Floridian, but this looks super familiar, this like fine china art. Then out here in the bedroom, we have a lot of similarities to the original Paris rooms. But then there's a couple pieces of furniture that are a slight departure as well. I take a step into the corner, you guys get a better look. But also like original Grand Floridian vibes for sure. If you want to know what the Grand looked like when it opened, kind of like this. Same with, again, Paris. So yeah, these are definitely the Paris headboards. There's different art in them where it's not the castle. It's on this side we have the 3 good fairies from Sleeping Beauty. On this side we have Tinkerbell, but a fairy motif. I think it's wild that 13 years later they were able to get a lot of the same furniture still. There's this adorable art. I love it. So this was made for this hotel. It's Mickey and Minnie and Clarabelle and Horace, Donald, Daisy, Goofy, and Pluto. But very much in that, like, the Grand style, right? You have the hot air balloons and all that, but it is the courtyard out here. Climate control is here. There's a standard outlet for Hong Kong there. An end table, look at that. You don't see those very much anymore. You always have the one in the middle, right? But Disney hotels don't often have the other one. Some of the newer, in fairness, I know we rag on the new Disney World hotels a lot, but some of them do have like that little ledge at least. So they came to realize that that was a thing. People could use a little more counter space. So we have the dresser. We have a place to put our bags. There's a nice bit of storage underneath there. If your bag's too big, you just put it on top. There is this Mickey shelf here. It's very pretty. Hang some stuff there. Nice big flat screen television. This is a significant, the Hollywood Hotel we just stayed in, we talked about how there were no drawers. These are 6 very big, deep drawers. So if you're going to stay for a little bit, then you got room to put stuff out. The beds obviously are not lifted off, the bed frames are not lifted off the ground, so there's no storage room underneath these. Keep that in mind. This little table in the middle here has some space, no shortage of space in these rooms. But I think over the years what they've come to find is I think their guests here don't really unpack or kind of live out of the suitcase. What is this? This is quite the portfolio. Are we gonna find postcards? No. Surprised. The infamous coupons are here though. I bet there used to be postcards for this hotel. You do have the station area though, which I love. That's a cool pen. Oh, look at that. Yeah. Oh, there we go. That's a cool pen. I'll be taking that. You're welcome to. This is interesting because this hotel hasn't gone through a remodel yet. So they've added this thing, which has wireless charging for iPhones. And then there's two standard USB on there too. Obviously, again, we just stayed in those brand new. You can watch that room tour. Those rooms at the Hollywood Hotel are brand new, and you can see the direction they're going in. I would very much assume when Hollywood Hotel is done, they're coming over here next. So who knows? By the time you're watching it, this room might be. You might be going back in time to see this room, honestly. I'm trying to think if we're missing anything on this. No, I think we're good. So the Grand had these and the Disneyland Hotel in Paris. I love these chairs. I sat in this chair for 5 minutes before and almost fell asleep. They're so plush and comfortable. I love them. If they do clear out this hotel, and it costs a lot of money to get it shipped, but I would absolutely want to buy a set of these chairs. I love them. Nice big mirror over here. Brass lamp, tissues. We do have another outlet over here, but they did convert here. So they do have 2 more USB, standard USB here. And then in case you didn't bring a converter of your own, they have one that you can use. A nice big, I love having a big table, you know, like, especially in a resort that has 24-hour room service, makes perfect sense. 2 people can sit here very comfortably and eat. I think in Paris, the postcards were in this drawer, if I remember correctly. Not this time. Garbage is under there. What else are we looking at? Curtains. So this is an upgrade to a room with a balcony. We're going to pop out here. Obviously, again, this decor, I don't know that this is in every room, this decor, but nonetheless. Let's pop out here real quick. We're going to be quiet because it's 11 o'clock at night. As you can see, it definitely looks like the Grand Floridian. Not exact. It's definitely different, but very, very, very similar. So I'm next to, there's a nice public balcony here with tables and chairs. I'm right next to them. So I wouldn't necessarily have privacy at this room, but it was a free upgrade, which I assume is why this one is the free upgrade one. People probably complain that they have no privacy here. Although the chairs and the table are pushed way that way. look, they still have their roof lights. We gave up. They're still trying. And then the pool is right there. We'll take a look at this in daylight too. I like this view a lot. I think this is great. It's a super wide balcony. I think our balcony's wider too because of its placement. I think it's a weird one. Back when Disney hotels used to have some variations, like think about like the boardwalk and so many other hotels, there's weird variations where, you know, some rooms had different dimensions, and a beach club is another one where yacht and beach have a bunch of weird things going on, all different kinds of rooms. Do I have to turn these off individually? No. Cool. Wasn't sure. So again, this is a deluxe room with balcony at the Hong Kong Disneyland Hotel as of July of 2024. I really like it because it just feels like a throwback to me, but I totally understand if you guys feel it's kind of dated. Let me know in the comments how you feel. Is it classic Disney and you love it, or is it outdated and it's time for a change? You know I'm not going to agree with you, but I like to hear your opinions. It doesn't make you a lesser person for having a different opinion from me. It just means we have different tastes. So there you go. A couple of little quick things before we leave the room that I didn't mention last night. There's hidden Mickeys all over the carpet. See, there's two different ones. Also, the bedding. Don't look at the unmade bed. The bedding also has Mickeys, and then let's go look at the balcony now in daylight. All right, now we're done.